Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So today we are going to learn about something known as atoms. What are atoms and what role do they have in our universe, in our lives? So atoms are basically very tiny element particles that helps us in understanding nature as to why the things are the way they are. You see, when you get down, say, imagine you are in a flight, okay, and you see an atom and you try to go near it. Just imagine this, and then let us do a get-and-can experiment, a thought experiment, and then imagine that you get into the atom, and what you see electrons, and the problem is, you see electrons in the cloud, that is the electron cloud, and then they are moving very fast at near about 10 raised to 6 meter per second, and then you move further and then you see protons and neutrons inside the nucleus, and then you get inside the protons and you see quarks, and inside the neutrons and you see quarks, and they have their own kind of motion inside the nucleus. Now the question is this: you see, you get into the atom, you see an electron and spin, and you get into the or the motion of the electron, and then you get into the nucleus, and you see the protons and the neutrons having their own respective motion in their own ways. So the question is, everything is in motion then, is it not? Everything is in motion. So what if now my question is, what if the motion of the elementary particles that are inside the atom stopped? What is going to happen? Will any effective or drastic thing happen to us and the other elementary and the other stars and the galaxies? They are far away. Will anything happen? So that is something for you to think briefly, and not briefly. It's a wrong thing to say briefly. It's a thing of very great importance, that everything is in incessant motion, and this motion generates some kind of energy. Now what happens to the energy? It must be doing some or the other work for the existence of the universe. And the matter that we see around us is the visible matter, and the other matter, that is the dark matter, and the dark energy is still hidden from us. So right now, that intrigues us to the greatest extent, and as far as I can think about, is why is the motion happening? Why does an electron or the proton and the neutron inside the nucleus, why they are in motion? Now there may be answers, definitely I'm sure about this, but answers that must be very satisfying are required now, so that we can understand the structure of our universe, and the structure which actually permeates us in many ways. So it is said that the concept of energy intrigued Albert Einstein a lot. So what is energy? It's very hard to describe, but energy is something that every matter in the universe is being made of. Everything has energy. So what is that thing which takes the elementary particles inside the electrons to move? Or what is that thing which leads everything in motion in the far off space? The galaxies, they are moving away from each other. The stars all are moving. You see everything. Nothing is at rest. Nothing is at absolute rest. So the concept of absolute rest, just erases from our minds. It is just a kind of relativeness that we can describe to indicate rest or motion. So there is a motion. What I want to say is, there is motion happening everywhere, and even you see your heartbeat. Even if you sleep, still the heart beats. So there is motion everywhere. There is nothing that is at rest. Is it not strange that there is something underlying behind this, behind all of this? And the day we know this, might be we have known a lot about the mind of God. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.